So now we're going to be moving into the e-bike program in Worcester. So thanks so much to all of our sponsors here, who we really couldn't do it without. You know, these people are also, these organizations are also important. And now it's my pleasure to turn it over to Alex Salcedo, who is MassBike's e-bike grant manager in Worcester.
Thank you, Kristen. Good evening, everyone. I'm delighted to be here attending my first MassBike annual meeting. And I joined MassBike at the end of March to lead the Worcester e-bike pilot program. And as you can see on the slide, we've kept ourselves busy. And so far, we're on target on the program's goals. As of yesterday, we have distributed 89 e-bikes within the city, within the Worcester environmental justice community. We will show you some demographics in the next slide. Since August, we've organized monthly workshops and rides to encourage safe bicycling and have started tracking the e-bikers' usage data, and will do so for the next 18 months. We'll show you more on this shortly. We're hoping the data we're collecting will show effective ways to help people shift from using combustion engines to e-bikes for more trips, and by doing so, reducing greenhouse gas emissions. This data will also identify barriers to biking and explore the economic impact of bicycle use as a primary mode of transportation. The program will also learn how much riding a bike can have an impact on our health and wellness. And here's our next slide that shows some of our current program participants' demographics. It's important to highlight here that our program had an amazing response. We received almost 1,200 applications. I'm going to say it again, 1,200 applications between May and June. And this robust pool of applicants allow us to target low-income individuals as our selected participants. And so far, as you can see in the slide, we have relatively equal numbers in terms of gender and age. Something we are particularly proud of is that our selected participants embody the city of Worcester's demographics in terms of race and match the city's latest census data as shown here. As I said previously, and you can see in our next slide, one of the program goals is to have the e-bikers use their e-bikes more frequently for shorter trips. Since our first deployment in August, we have started tracking data by categories. Back in August, our participants rode heavily for recreational purposes, and this helped them to get more comfortable riding their e-bikes. As months go by, our riders are shifting their usage to other categories, to use their e-bikes for shopping more frequently. So we're currently exploring ways, such as months go by, our riders are shifting their usage to other categories, such as riding to work. We're also hearing that they would like to use their e-bikes for shopping more frequently. So we're currently exploring ways in which we can equip them and their bikes to do so. This brings me to our next slide, which is what is next for our program. We have started doing stuff to encourage more riding, even when it's cold outside. We're currently having one-on-one conversations with our participants to understand what motivates them to ride or ride more frequently. We'll continue surveying them on a regular basis as well. Our 2023 events calendar, workshops and rides is in the making. And here I would like to take the great opportunity to invite all of you to join us on our events and/or volunteer with us, either by facilitating workshops or leading rides. Our e-bike program is community focused, and its success depends on all of us. And in the spring of 2023, we will deploy the final 11 e-bikes. Our next slide, which is one of my favorites, captures the feedback the program has heard so far. We received, as you can imagine, a lot of testimonials from our riders, and we included Obdulius here. He joined the program in August, and since then, he and his family have rolled with us on most of our rides. He speaks very little English, but that is not a barrier for him to show his gratitude, as you can see here in his testimonial. On our Halloween ride, he chose to bring beverages for everyone in his little trailer, pulled by his e-bike, as you see in this photo. Speaking of participants, we would love for you to hear directly from them. Next is a short video that we have prepared for you. Please note that when the video was finished, we had deployed 86 e-bikes. We're now at 89. Enjoy the video and please stay in touch.